What's up with this number? Or if we can even call it that, since what it is doesn't even make any sense to us. But then again, it keeps showing up everywhere in physics and engineering. So why? What makes the square root of -1, the imaginary unit, so useful and even unreasonably so in the real world? Well, it has to do with the geometry at the core of complex numbers, rotation and oscillation, amplitude and phase. If you've done any level of study in math or the natural sciences, you've probably already encountered I before. But as is most commonly taught in lectures, this definition is kind of just dumped on you with no real reasoning behind it, much less any geometric meaning of what it could be. Like me, you've probably just accepted that I is equal to the square root of -1, and e to the I pi is -1, so some rotation is implied by the imaginary unit, and oscillation just kind of comes from Euler's identity. So it seems like rotation and oscillation is just a byproduct of setting I to be square root of -1. But I raise you this, it's actually rotation and the geometry of numbers themselves when extended to polar space that leads us naturally to discovering the square root of -1. In fact, it is this core geometric property of rotation that makes complex numbers so useful in the first place, and why physicists and engineers use this everywhere. So what does it mean to study numbers geometrically? And how do we get to I?